Let me do a 360 POV. I'm actually watching the sunrise for my birthday. Yes. Honestly, there's no better way to get up early on your birthday and drive somewhere with your bike, run, whatever, and just sit there and enjoy. I think this will be a raw video again, where I won't be talking much. I'll just be pointing at some aspects, and I'll be eating my cupcake I brought. Go. What is this good? What do you guys think? Is this a good camera angle? I think it should be. And I can see it here on the screen. Is that better? That's much better. Around here is good. There we go. I'll get my cam as well. My Casio cam. It's really cool. Really cool camera. We have the lighter. This is so cool. Ever since I got this Osmo, it is so fun to record. Because I have one screen and one camera, and they're not interconnected together. I can always take the camera off and look here. I have 21%. That should be enough. But I got my power bank if needed. I kind of want to talk about birthdays in general because today is my birthday. I'm turning 17 today. And to be honest, I don't think birthdays aren't special at all because I just don't see the point anymore in celebrating the day you were born 17 years ago. Because what point does that convey? I don't quite understand. Obviously, they aren't just special for me anymore. I believe once you grow up, you lose importance of special things like this. As a kid, I used to write my wish list 60 days before I even had my birthday. It was such a big thing for me. I was super happy because that was a day that nobody could take away from me. It was like Carl Day. It was this special day where I didn't have to do any chores. Can we watch a movie? Yes. Can I eat unhealthy? Yes. All that stuff. And now I don't wish anything. I don't even want presents because I just don't want to see your birthday as something where you expect to get stuff. I see this more as a checkpoint in life where you just reflect on the past years and where you're going at. That's the only thing I like about birthdays. There's this reflection of the past, which is nice. I think why people like birthdays is that they are valued when it's their birthday. But the thing is, I believe your birthday shouldn't be there so that you only get valued on that day. I think people have this wrong perception of celebrating your birthday. You know, when it's your day, I think you should celebrate the people that are close to you, your friends, your family, the people that really support you. I think on your birthday, those are the people you should thank and just show gratitude. I'm so thankful right now for so many things. This is just amazing. I don't know. It doesn't look that good on cam, but it is so nice to watch this pink sky with here all these boats and whatnot. And I just think we lose the meaning of birthdays if we're just focused on presents. And I also don't get the point why people wish you specifically on your birthday. I think people should genuinely wish you good every few months. You don't need to wait for someone's birthday to call you or anything. I think this is also the message I'm trying to convey here is like, you shouldn't wait for someone's birthday to congratulate them. I think you should do that regularly, every few weeks with close friends, and then every few months with friends where you don't have a strong connection. But I'm pretty sure the conversation you have with your bro feels much more special than giving them a birthday present and wishing them on their birthday. I can set a timer here and it will take under 10 seconds. You go on WhatsApp, go to the voice memo section, and then you just say, hey bro, how are you doing? I hope you're doing fine. I would love to catch up with you. I want to see how life's going. That's it. And that will be much more meaningful than, I don't know, getting presents. And so I'm just yapping too much, so let me light my cupcake. Oh gosh. I'm really bad at lighting. The box is too moist because I kept it next to my cold water bottle. That's not a good thing. There we go. Okay, so we got a candle lit. But it's gonna go off immediately once I put it on my muffin. You know what? After failing about 50 matches to light a candle, I'm just gonna eat my muffin. I don't think there's a point. It's too much one year. Anyways, well, happy birthday to me. I hope many to come. This looks so good. That's really nice. Another reason why I don't really like birthdays is that I feel so much more behind, because since I reflect a lot on this day specifically, or generally this time, because this idea of me aging just scares me a bit, because I feel so behind in like so many aspects, because I have high standards. It is difficult to compete with them, especially if you're trying to enjoy life as well, which I am, but it's just, I know that I can do so much more and so much better, and this pressure on me is, I don't see it as a bad thing, to be honest, because that just, motivates me to keep on going, but that's just, that feeling that I have is just a bit annoying, because, I know I can be this ideal that I have inside my head of me. I know that, and I know I will one day be that. But at the same time, I'm getting older, and me getting older is just a deadline for me in my head. Meaning we're moving one step closer to the deadline, as in death, quite literally, deadline. As a kid, or when you're younger, you have other perceptions of 17-year-olds. I quite remember when I was even 1 year back then, looking at 17-year-olds, or me when I was 17. My future self, I thought to myself that I will be this guy that is earning monthly income, that has everything figured out, that has a girlfriend, that has like a proper purpose and a goal. And I know I'm asking a lot, but I honestly thought that was achievable. I definitely know, because I know people on the internet and personal people in my circle that have achieved so many great things at a certain age. And so, yeah. But yeah, coming back to my point, I don't really understand people that only wish people on their birthdays, because genuinely what you're saying with the words happy birthday is I see you as a person. And that can mean so much to people, as in, yeah, I know you're here, I value you. And it obviously correlates with external validation and all that stuff, but I don't think you have to wait 365 days to write that message, because you can just call your friends every once in a while and say, hey bro, how are you doing? Should we catch up? It is that simple. You shouldn't expect anything, because unless you expect from people, the happier you are, by definition. Because everything that you get, that you do not expect, is happiness in a way. Since it's kind of a surprise. You didn't want that, you didn't expect that, and yet you got a gift. Just telling you, this is my favorite spot. That's why I also wanted to come here for my birthday. I always like to do something small for myself, and I'm a person that doesn't need a lot to be happy. This is lowering my cortisol by so much, and I just feel so relaxed in this moment. I feel free. I don't need materialistic things to be happy, They would be nice, obviously, but I don't think that's the true meaning of life. I think peace comes from within. When you're connected and grounded, and like here in the present moment, not from getting a car or a watch or anything. Obviously, I have materialistic goals. I want to get myself one day a Rolex. I want to get myself one day a Ferrari and all that. But I know exactly that that is just a byproduct of who I am going to be. I think that's now a huge problem in society, because we lost the ability to connect with people, because nowadays status and money define who you are. If you have a Ferrari and if you have a Rolex and if you wear expensive clothes, you're a cool person. And I think we all have this wrong perspective, or the norm has this wrong perspective of, it's not about that. Honestly, life isn't that superficial. It is so much more deeper than that. And I think people should understand that people are good if they have good intentions, not if they have status and all of that stuff. I obviously seek for financial freedom, but I exactly know that that won't make me happy. I know exactly that I'll feel the same, because I think happiness correlates with fulfillment. And fulfillment comes from fulfilling something continuously. It's not an emotion that you'll get. It's like I said, it's like happiness. You won't get a Ferrari and be happy for the rest of your life. It is something continuous, fulfillment. And fulfillment, by definition, you fulfill something. So meaning you have a routine that you go through. And that makes you internally happy because you feel at peace. You feel, in a sense, comfortable in your own skin. Now, the task you may be doing may be uncomfortable, but you feel comfortable in your skin. And I think that's the difference. I don't know if I'm getting my point properly over. People have the wrong perception of success again, because we're just all human beings as well. It's a bit unfortunate, but anyways, most people don't understand what fulfillment means. They don't, because that's not their goal. I don't know what the goal is of the norm, to be honest, and I ask those questions a lot because I'm starting to notice that people are a lot more different than I am. They think a lot more different, and the thing is, there is no right or wrong in this life that you're living. You may argue, 1 + 1 = 2 and that's it. No. People view different things because they have different experiences, and those experiences shape how they see the world, what their belief systems are made out of. And that's why I've come to notice that I should also, understand that more. I think very naive, because for me, some things are so logical compared to others, whereas other people see things a lot more logical than I do. We obviously have laws and institutions to, try and create a norm, but generally it is not forced. You are not forced to follow any rules. You just decide to try and fit in. You wear what people wear usually, you do the things that people do usually, but you're not forced to anything. I think that's also a good thing, because that gives you also sometimes permission to say, fuck you to the world. It's okay to not be always on point, because nowadays society has grown to this point where you cannot be weak, especially in men. Men struggle. It's obviously mental health month as well, this June. But men struggle a lot, I think, in that sense, because they need more closure. Society has shaped it that a man has to follow the norms of a man, which is to not cry, never show weakness, always be there. And I know it is good to show up, but it is also okay to, show weakness. It is not healthy to hide it, because it will just consume you. And I can obviously only speak for men, because I am, I don't know, I'm between a boy and a man, I'd say. I'm yapping a lot. I'm just gonna finish my cupcake. I'm 17 today, and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I wish I'd figure out a lot more by now, but I haven't. And that's okay. I'm not beating myself up about it. And I think that's a good thing as well. It's not normal for the average 17-year-old to have figured out life. Well, I set those expectations for myself, obviously. But I'm 17 after all. And it's also sometimes good to take a deep breath. Enjoy the things around you, because we forget the special things in life, like just sitting here, watching this beautiful nature, hearing the waves flow. I just hope that I'll find more direction coming forward, because I'll be turning 18 next year. And I'm not really looking into studying. I'm not too amazed about the idea of going 4 years to a university after being 12 years in school. And so I want to travel up, but I also want to look in the entrepreneur direction. I love business. I love every aspect about it. And it's also time for me to start creating wealth, because I want to live good so I can support my mom. Goal for next year would probably be an Ironman, or earning around 3,000 euros a month, give or take. I'm not sure if I'll do both. But an Ironman will be fucking amazing. I know I can do it. I hope you enjoy your day, and I hope you could take something with you. Cheers. That's all I have to say. Bye-bye.